couple of division rivals here, Minnesota and Chicago. Minnesota, 3 seasons back-to-back winning records. Very close from a championship. Chicago just trying some things different. I mean, Chicago's trying to a new offensive game plan. Let's see if it works for them, Chris.
And this is going to be interesting because also I'm doing a game with the real microphone and not one that makes me sound like I'm from the 1970s. So Chicago will defend the north goal. They will kick off first. And now Minnesota, we're going to have to wait for the experiment. I was talking to Chicago before the game. They're really confident in the thing. They know it's going to be a process. But tonight it should be a very emotional game on many levels. And we're underway here in Chicago. And from the 5, they're going to return up to the 25. A spin move over, no one, and up to the 31-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Minnesota. So Minnesota, very conventional team. They were 7-5 last year. They're solid. Their owner sent me a text today. He's very optimistic about the season. Their goal is to go all the way. It's going to be first down, split backs. They got a tight end to the left. Very first play of the game. Let's see how their season begins. This should be fun. Jay Taylor in motion. Johnny Reno, the quarterback, he's 6'4", 225. Reno will roll out. He is hit hard, and already on the first play, he needs a new spleen.
And that was 3-4 defense, so they came with the rush from the outside linebacker. They had the gaps contained. They were already waiting for that rollout pass.
Well, that was pretty good. That's going to be second down and 10, and already good defense by Chicago. Chicago deploys a ton of defensive backs. Oh my God, there's not a defensive lineman on there. Back to throw, it's intercepted, and here we go. It's going to be picked off down to the 19-yard line, and that's going to be Manning with the interception. A big interception to start.
Yeah, and that's just zone coverage. So they have the defensive back sitting right there in the zone. That's a hook route, and he jumped right in front of it. And what a start for Chicago. They will have the ball inside the 20 already.
Well, here we go. We're going to get a first look at the experiment. The Chicago Warriors, they are faster than somebody driving home with diarrhea. It's going to be first down. Ty Patak is the quarterback. You got one running back. But on the running back, you have nobody there. It is a generic person. So back to throw is Patak. The throw, and they got it, but he's hit right in the ribs. And that was number 40, the tight end, Dean Jackson, who couldn't hold on second down.
Talking about needing a new spleen, that was a rib shot. What a hit, and a great job here by the Minnesota defense dodging a bullet.
Well, that was a great way to break up all those gallstones. You know, I was told that one time. I had a guy hit me right in the rib one time, and that was actually in Korea. It'll be second down and 10 at the 18. The Warriors, their experiment is starting now, and they got a good opportunity against the division rival, one that they need everything. Patak over the middle, it's caught, touchdown. Early on, Paulie Truth. Paulie Truth was told to me before the game as a very excited addition, and Paulie has scored early.
Yeah, that's just one-on-one coverage against the safety, and the safety overplayed that one. Great job by Paulie Truth climbing the ladder, getting the catch, and already Chicago, a minute and 20 seconds in, 7-0 pending the extra point.
Well, 21 seconds in, that's good. That's all right. Math isn't my thing, too. The two-point conversion is good. That's one. It's 7-0 here. Already, hey, 2 plays. You can't say a football game in 2 plays. You can't judge an experiment, but so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. 2 passes, 2 very accurate throws. You know, the first one, you know, it is what it is, but the second one, great touchdown pass, and that defense looks really good, that 3-4 defense.
Well, let's see how they adjust, and there's going to be a return. Now to the 25, to the 30, the same man again. That's going to be number 16, Quaig Mam. Quaig Mam has played a lot because I mispronounced that name for at least 3 years now. And it's going to be a first down for the Minnesota legend. There are no ad reads in this game, which makes it very weird. I got a lot of dead time to fill in with monotonous stories, but we got one here. It's going to be a first down. You got Johnny Reno. He's coming back. This will be his first pass from his interception that he threw. Reno's going to throw. Reno will throw, and it's tipped away, second down.
And already, you know, they're dropping quite a few guys in coverage. So instead of focusing on pressuring the quarterback, they're actually playing shallow zone and just forcing Reno to complete on some tight throws.
This defensive experiment is working, you'd say, conventionally. Let's load up in the eye and run straight ahead, and that's what they look like they're going to do. Let's see what happens here. It's actually called crab motion there by the fullback, Jay Ballmer. To the broken eye, they're going to throw, and they're going to fire it down and incomplete. They're trying to hit E.J. Minson, and they couldn't do it. It'll be third down.
And they're sticking to their guns. I mean, instead of running the ball and trying to get a few yards to at least make it a third and short, they throw the ball again. It's 3rd and 10, and I mean, all the passing lanes are well covered by Chicago.
They are. They haven't run the football yet, I don't believe, right up the middle, but it'll be 3rd down and 10. It's an obvious passing down. The blitz is on. They're going to throw. Intercept again. It's a big interception, and here he goes. That's going to be number 20. Ava Ramsey, and Ramsey, a huge interception, 2 turnovers in the first 39 seconds.
I mean, it's like Chicago's playing with 20 defensive players. Everybody is well covered. A little bit of a crossing pattern between the receivers and kind of took each other out of the play almost. And Chicago, and again, great field position for their offense to start their drive.
And I'm wondering right now, 9 defensive backs, they haven't run the football yet up the middle. I'm wondering about that if they do it, but this will be first down. Ty Patak, they actually have 2 people in the backfield now. They don't have a running back listed here, so I'm just going to make up names. They hand it off to generic, I don't know, Chuck, and that's going to be a stop by number 52, Stephen Black. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
And how about that? First run of the game. It wasn't type attack on the scramble, as probably a lot of people had on their bingo cards.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 9, an I formation, another formation where they have 2 backs. Batak, he's going to look, he's going to fire it, he's throw it, and it's going to be complete. Right down, that's going to be number 18, Caleb Gifts, and another first down.
All day to throw. I mean, they pressure with 3 players, and eventually, Chris, somebody's going to become open. I mean, you cannot cover for that long.
Yeah, I know that, and it's down to the 15-yard line. So far, this experiment is working. I know they're at home. It's only the very beginning. Long ways, 120 plays every football game, and we're through 6 of them. So it'll be first down and 10. 7-0 right now. The pitch out to generic guy, and he gets a generic result. It'll be, no, it's Dean Jackson, the tight end. Dean Jackson moves into the backfield, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And we'll see. I mean, that was for no gain, 2nd and 10. I'm liking just what they're doing with the pass. Just type attack, throwing it to Paulie Truth and company.
If you notice, they're sticking everybody out. They're really sliding it out to the very top of the screen. I can't see his number. They could get 5 yards right there. It'll be 2nd down. Ty's going to throw. He's going to fire over the middle, and it's going to be complete. That's going to be John Fullerton, the 6'4", 204-pound wide receiver. It's his 5th year with Chicago.
Yeah, and I like it. Make it a 3rd down and short, 3rd and 4. Now Paulie Truth becomes a weapon here again in this part of the field.
Let's see what they do. It's a short field, and it's also a short passing lane. The throw over the middle. It's caught. That is caught, and it's a touchdown by Paulie Truth. His 2nd touchdown of the first minute. And it's 13-0.
Wow, what a start here for Chicago.
2.5 minutes.
Almost 2.5 minutes. Great throw. I mean, this is press man-to-man coverage. And throwing the ball just where Paulie Truth could get it.
Oh, my goodness. And just to think, I was scared to death it would be 14-0 Minnesota at this point. And right now, it is 13-0 Chicago. So far, it's working, and it's working really well. The extra point, let's see. And I keep my, hey, everything's on. It's 14-0. What do you do if you're Minnesota? What do you do now?
You got to run the ball at least a little bit. I mean, the passing game is not working. You've gotten intercepted twice already. So you got to run the ball and try to get, if anything, shorter 2nd and 3rd downs for your offense.
So man will be back, and they're going to kick to him. It's going to be back. And to about the 7-yard line, they're going to return it up to the 20, 25, to the 30, and there it goes. Over to the left-hand side and out of bounds at the 41.
Great return.
Great start here. What would you do? You say run up the middle, just pound up the middle, or go to the outside? What do you think?
Yeah, I think just run it up the middle for now. You know, trust your interior offensive line for now. Those are the easier runs to have. So because they are the easier runs, you can get momentum quicker. You know, the outside, maybe sometimes you have a pulling guard, misses a block. Just run it up the middle, keep it simple for your offense.
2.5 minutes in, it's 14-0 Chicago. And right now, Johnny Reno, 6'4", 225-pound. He might hand off to Knox or Hart. Or even Ballmer in the background. It's going to be first down. That's going to be Hart in motion. One to the north, two to the south. Long count. Back to throw is Reno. Reno twisting, throwing, and it's going to be caught. That's Deezer Powell, 6'4", 217, and a first down.
Yeah, that's obviously the best throw for Reno so far tonight, as Minnesota is able to take the top off the defense, press man-to-man, and that's double coverage. I mean, that's as good as a throw as you can have, and I know every defensive coordinator right now is scratching their head.
16 years in the league, 3-time All-Star, and he took it away from 2 defenders. It'll be first down at the 39. They still have not ran the football yet, but let's see how it goes. In motion's going to be Isaac Knox to the top of the screen. Reno, and they do it, and they pitch it to the near side to number 48.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody. John Ritchie. He's a generic player.
Yeah, and you know, it's a quick hit, you know, bottom of the screen. Just hit the gap right quick, the C gap, get 5 yards. I like it.
Second down, you got split backs. You got a 2 tight end formation. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's going to be caught. There he goes. And it's a touchdown. It's Jay Taylor. Jay Taylor, 12 years in the league, the one-time All-Star. And it's now 14-6.
Hey, what do I know? I was thinking of running the football, and all of a sudden they come in with 2 big passes. And on that one, Jay Taylor, just a simple post route, just one safety overplayed the ball, and Minnesota's back in it.
Well, why didn't we play bingo in this game? Everybody would clear their cards right now and be millionaires. Oh, by the way, in this extra point, I won $75,000 in bingo, and I am donating the entire, I got approval for this, my $75,000 to the winning team here. So the winning team will get all $75,000 of my bingo money that I won. I have no idea how that happens. You might have to sell some substances on the street for that. So, now all of a sudden we got Chicago. This is Chicago. They are receiving a kickoff for the first time this year. And it's going to be high and deep. And it's going to be in the end zone, and there'll be a touchback. All right, this is where we see the experiment. 2 interceptions before, 2 short fields. Now they got to do a game plan. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they have to establish some sort of game plan, some sort of rhythm here. I mean, it's just not like just doing the same play over and over again. A little bit of balance and involving all different players.
So it's going to be first down and 10 attack. That'll be a pitch to the near side. And some good running. They got 5 yards. This is not a throw. He's hurt. He got his kidney ripped right there. But now, I mean, that's going to be Dean Jackson, the tight end. They're not really built for a running team, but they're running pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing enough. And then type attack is connecting with his receivers like Paulie Truth and getting those points.
I mean, I was wondering about the game, and I was talking to Chicago beforehand. I'll tell you what, the tack will throw, and it's incomplete. Again, they're going to Dean Jackson, number 40. But I was talking before the game, and they said, you know, this is a new style and all that. They come out with an I formation. I'm like, what the hell is this? They told me it was new.
Yeah. So far, it looks pretty conventional. Now, they're putting different players in different positions. But this looks like a pretty standard offense here for Chicago.
So it's going to be split backs to the north, one to the south right here. 3rd and 5. Attack back to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's slower, and he gets away, and he's going to get a first down. He twists, and it is a first down. He runs I need a calendar for his 40-yard dash, and he gets a first down.
Yeah, I mean, he ran like 40 yards, and only about 10 of them were forwards. But great job by Type Attack keeping the play alive, getting a first down. Very important for the Chicago team. That, you know, obviously after receiving a touchdown, they have to answer here at home.
I mean, the hotel people are kicking us out at 9 o'clock, and he might still be at the 50-yard line after that. It'll be first down. The tack will pitch it over again. This is like a 2-man team now. I'm getting Dean Jackson and Paulie Truth. Do you think they're going to have to start involving other people?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they got to get, you know, John Fullerton and Bobby Tarantino and Caleb Giffis involved a little bit. You know, because as good as the players that the other guys are, you know, you need some help out there.
I need some help. It'll be second down through the middle, and again, the same guy, Dean Jackson, the tight end up the middle. That's going to be Black with the stop. It'll be third down and 3. With the type of offense they have, third and short might be tough.
Yeah, it might be. But hey, you have Pauly True. That's going to be your main target, perhaps.
Third and 6, sorry.
Yeah, now they have 4 wide receivers, so let's see what they do.
So it's going to be third and 6. Back to throw is Patak, 4-man rush. Again, he's very, very slow. Back to throw, he throws wide open. He got it, the first down. Caleb Giffis, Giffis with a great catch. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, that's just a post route, and Ty had to wait for it. Defensive lineman getting caught up right there by the offensive lineman, but that's a great job keeping the play alive, finding the open guy, and that's another big play by Chicago. Every drive, Chicago has gotten to Minnesota side of the field.
5th season in the league. It was with the Florida Storm his previous year, a team that won today 28-26. Thank you for giving up that last touchdown so I could scream bingo. It'll be first down. Fullerton in motion. Back to throw is Patak. Again, he'll throw over the middle, and that's another first down. So that's going to be John Fullerton. He's starting to find Fullerton. I think people are peeling off to try and double the other 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they keep doing Pauly True, and they keep doing the tight end. So now you put in another player you're not accounting for, and that's exactly what you get. Now, it's going to be interesting here with the running game that they have, or maybe lack thereof. How are they going to score here on first down and goal?
Well, 158.3 is a perfect quarterback rating. It's 156.2 right now. And it'll be first down, and in motion it's going to be Giffis. He's looking to score. 2 scores, both by Dean Jackson. It'll be first down and goal. Bad no Pauly Truth, and he just got slammed. He got slammed right to the ground by number 99, Mark Mello.
I mean, just nobody got that guy. I mean, Mello just right up the B gap and just completely unaccounted for.
Oh my God. You know, the owner was really excited. He's like, hey, we got Mark Mello this year, defensive line. Very excited about the acquisition. Put him on the defensive line. He's earning it right now. That was pretty good. It's going to be second and goal. We're outside the 10-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Chicago trying to add to their 14-7 lead. Back to throw is Patak. He'll fire it, and it's caught. We got a flag. We got to see what this is. And it's going to be interference. It's going to be on the defense. It's a spot foul and an automatic first down.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Sorry, that's a huge play. Now it's from the 3. You get 3 more chances, and that was kind of, I don't know about that one.
All right. I know somebody with 3 tires and 1 slash tire after the game. So that's going to be first down. My goodness. Now you get 4 chances from the 3-yard line. Let's see about this. that was a little bit tough. Back to throw is Patak. The blitz is on, and they got him from behind. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, and we know we've seen some runs with the tight end, but we haven't really seen some solid runs with the running back. So when you get in this kind of situation, it's an I formation, but you're passing from it from the 3-yard line. You don't have a whole lot of space to work with.
God, Stephen Blair looked like Ric Flair there. He went woo and just rammed him right to the ground. It was second down. Ty Patak is back. I think they actually operate better here than inside the 5-yard line. It'll be second down and goal. And they go to the outside. Nothing there. That didn't even work.
He's down.
He is hurt, Dean Jackson, and here comes the guy from Terminator 2. He looks like him and runs like him, and now he's down. He's giving CPR to the guy, and I don't know, but let's see, Dean Jackson, there we go. They asked him his name, and he said purple. So it's going to be third down and goal, or third down and Goa, as it says there.
Yeah.
Third and Goa. Patak will be back there. Lonely, just like my prom night. Back to throw. You know he's in a gun. He's gonna throw. No surprise. This incomplete. And if that isn't interference, well, they got lucky there. It'll be fourth down. That was number 27, Slyn Shady with the coverage.
Yeah, and now it's going to be fourth down. You will kick the field goal, still go up by 2 scores. So still a successful drive here for Chicago, as they've been able to actually work pretty well on offense here in the first quarter.
Ronald Suey with a 24-yard attempt. And that angle is deceptive. 12 yards, 12 plays, 70-some yards, 4 minutes and 8 seconds. It can be deceptive. I mean, almost.
It was good. 17-7 Chicago. They've done a really good job defensively as well. And every time you can get takeaways and protect the ball, you have a very good chance to win the game.
You know, one of the things is you have checkboxes whenever you have a game, and the checkboxes are you need to do this, this, and this. And right now this is bam, and this is ma'am, all the way up to the 28. You have checkboxes when you have a game, and one of the checkboxes, you're at home, start fast early, and they are.
Yeah, they sure are. Get the turnovers early and get in the head of the quarterback early. Now that he's double thinking some plays, and then the pressure can get to him for tackles for a loss.
Yeah, I was talking to Chicago's GM before the game. That was, he had a lot of respect for the roster for Minnesota, and I'm wondering whether they had first and goal at the 3 and they didn't get it in. Will that haunt them? But it's going to be first down at the 28. Reno to throw again. The blitz is on. They throw. It's going to be caught. It'll be up to about the 47-yard line, and that'll be Powell. It'll be a first down.
They're making them work for every single pass. That's another double coverage play. So close. That's as good of a coverage as you can have, Chris, but a better throw by Reno.
It is. It's going to be 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. A long first quarter, but here's the I formation. And in the backfield, they have Colin Hart. I wonder if they give it to Colin up the middle. No, they're going to throw. Reno back to throw. They're going to, I don't know there. It'll be second down. The intended receiver was Jay Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, that was close, but that's a good defensive play here for Chicago. Second down and 10 here for the Minnesota legend. And they really would like to keep this drive alive and just keep it close with Chicago. This defense is playing really well.
Looks like they're kind of squeezing in there, compacting the box, running the edges well defensively, but there it is. A lot of time. Reno over the middle and caught again. Now they have their favorite target, Deezer Powell, and that's going to be a first down. They keep going to him all the time.
That's another tight catch here for Deezer Powell. They're not making it easy on him. It's man-to-man coverage all the way. And just as he caught the ball, got hit in the rib cage. But Minnesota's close, at least from field goal range.
I know this is going to seem completely random, but this is the last call for food and desserts. Last call for food. Now that is completely random. It'll be a first down. Johnny Reno thinking of that. He did love that bacon tonight. It was very good. Back to throw. Reno will throw over the middle. It's going to be caught in a first down. That'll be Jay Taylor again. Again, Taylor and Powell. And right now, they can do it because they're going down the field.
You know it's random when you say it's random. So, yeah, I know that's a great throw. That's a great catch. First down and 10. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. It feels like we've been here for like 2 hours already. It's been a very long first quarter.
Oh, we really do. And I'm lactose intolerant. I had a lot of that macaroni and cheese. So I'm feeling it now. Back to throw. Reno, he's going to throw. Almost intercepted. That was Alex Bond who had his hands on it. You got to make that even though you're not paid for that.
Yeah, no, they're doing a really good job turning the head and actually playing the ball. They're actually doing a really good job, not only playing the offensive player, but getting the hands on the ball.
Think about the last two games, 23-3, 44-3, 67-6. Okay, and they have 17 points here in the first quarter. And they only scored 6 in 8 quarters against Minnesota. And that'll be over. It's half. It is half. It is Deezer Powell. They get half at 3rd and 5.
Maybe the last play of the first quarter coming here. 3rd down and 5. You gotta find that one open guy. Just maybe go. Two receivers go deep, one goes short.
This is bigger than I think people give it credit for. It's 3rd down. It's going to be Reno. He's going to run, and he goes down. Johnny Reno goes down. That's number 77, Peter Merck, 6'4", 265. He's a rookie, and what a surprise. His first game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's sometimes the player that you least expected. I mean, in a defensive front with great players like DJ Kilgannon, it is actually Merck.
Yeah, and here's Maleo. And will they get it off? Let's see, 17-7. They will. Maleo, it is up, it is over, and it stays there, and it is good. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Chicago 17, Minnesota 10, and they are going to kick off to begin the second quarter. As Maleo is loving that. If he missed it, his convention would have probably stabbed him. All right, 17-10 after one. We'll be back. All right, it's the second quarter. You talked about rookies making an impression. First game for a guy named Doug Day. Okay, pick 6, his very first game.
Yeah. You know,
first game, and he goes out. First game.
He's been here for a while. I think the game was broadcaster in gray.
Yeah, I remember they had one of those cameras where you just like roll the thing on the side. Everybody looks like they're going a million miles an hour. Okay, I missed whoever returned that, but it'll be 1st and 10 on the 25. Now Patak right now it's a little bit of pressure. You're up quickly. It looked like, well, now things are settling down. You have a field goal. And this is going to be big. It'll be first down for Patak. Ty Patak, quarterback, 6 foot 215. Was an all-star in season 21. He won whatever an Orrots is on season 21. And it's going to be first down. A pitch to the near, no way. That guy that called that play will be fired after this game. It's second down.
Now, tackle for a 3-yard loss. And, you know, this really puts Chicago's offense in a predicament. You know, they're built for passing, but 2nd and 13 is always tough.
I don't know. They play with an open field. Now, this is the first time they've gone without a running back today. This is what I thought we'd see, and we get an I formation. Back to throw, looking, Patak. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's caught. This is their strength. Right now, that's going to be number 85, Paulie Truth. He's one of the strengths of this offense. This is what I thought we'd be seeing. Yeah,
you know, hashtag throw to the tight end right there. Paulie Truth on the post route, 3 grabs, 64 yards, and 2 touchdowns already.
Already so far, it's going to be first down, and this is, I think, what they were envisioning. So, of course, that works well. So, of course, where they come out with a broken eye. So it'll be 1st and 10. All right, let's see what happens here. Patak. Oh, they're going to hand off up the middle. Of course, I didn't really expect that. And Mr. Generic, it'll be second down.
Yeah, it's only a 3-yard gain, but that keeps Chicago's offense ahead of the sticks, which is always important. You want to have, if anything, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, and make it easy on your offense.
What, to Generic, I get to make up names. I think I called him Chuck earlier. I'll just keep calling him Chuck. 49, I got to write that down, Chuck. Second down, back to throw is Patak. He'll chuck it down. Caught, and he's running. He might score. Let's see. He's hitting the back. First down at the 5. What a reception by Caleb Giffis. And again, he is now emerging. He wasn't the first 2. Now he's really emerging.
Yeah, he really is. You know, it really was Paulie Truth and exclusively Paulie Truth early on in the game. And now Caleb Giffis has had a couple of big grabs. And Chicago again inside the 20, inside the 10, as a matter of fact.
Johnny Bravo got very, I mean, I'm not going to blame him for that. If you intercept that, that's a touchdown. And it's a tied game. But he missed it. But it'll be first down. And now we got to see whether they can function inside the 5-yard line. Back to throw, Patak. He'll throw to the near side, dropped. Better he dropped it than get carted out with an ambulance. That was number 49. Same guy, Chucky dropped it. What do you expect? He throw it to Chucky. He's going to drop it. Second down.
Yeah, Minnesota last season, a team that only allowed 17 points a game, 3rd best in the SFL. And, you know, again, inside their own 5 on defensive.
But now they got Chucky. Here's Patak. Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's done. Yeah, he's done. That is number 52, Stephen Black. He came in, and they didn't even show the other guy. It was like one of those sandwiches you're fed. I didn't have money. We got fed a tongue sandwich when I was a kid. It was the sickest thing in the world. It was a cow tongue.
Yeah.
And they put it in a sandwich. That's what that was. It even look, the uniform's red.
That was just meet me at the quarterback. 2 players sandwiching the quarterback.
Yeah, I remember this is family friendly. I'm not using any other thing. Third down, back to throw Patak. Over the middle, knocked away, 4th down, and I'm seeing 5-yard line and injury. Uh-oh, here comes Terminator 2 again. Tarantino, number 89. He's Bobby Tarantino. He was with the Detroit Maulers. This is the first time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, it is.
First time.
His first target, and now he's down, hopefully not for long.
I know. Well, I mean, hey, if I didn't get my name called, I'd do that because it's field goal now. So you're not going to do anything. Now it's a field goal. But they're getting field goals instead of touchdowns. A little concerning, you think?
Yeah, it always is against a team as quality as Minnesota. You know, offensively, they'll figure it out eventually.
Oh! Something like that, my goodness. Might have been celebrating before the game with that field goal, 20-10. And that is Ronald Suey. And a good kick there. Now we kick off. It's going to be Quig Bam back there. 6'2", 226, 7 years in the league, all with the same team. I remember calling his name. Yeah, I was still living in Thailand when that happened, and he didn't go anywhere there. On to 26. What do you think now?
Yeah, I mean, for Minnesota, still find the open guy. Now finally Reno is finding the open receiver and delivering the ball very accurately. He struggled early on. He was throwing the ball to the defenders, but now he's getting the ball just over the top of the linebackers, and he's doing a much better job now.
14-0 to begin the game, Chicago, and it's been 14-10 ever since. So right now Minnesota a little bit with the momentum. It'll be first down at their own 27. I wish they would put the ball on the line instead of halfway. And there's going to be a counter trap and a good run, solid run there by Colin Hart. A lot of leg strength.
Yeah, maybe just a couple yards, but really good job by Colin Hart getting some positive momentum there. Second down and 8. This may go back to another pass.
Second down, you got split backs. I like runs like that. It's great. I just want to eat more sausage. I like it. I don't know what it is about hard-nosed running football. Reno to throw. They throw it over the middle. That'll be a first down. They say it's a first down. That's going to be Jason France, a tight end. 10 years in the league, 7 with this team. They have a lot of players that play together.
Yes, absolutely. That's just at the first down marker. Now, the yellow line is not official, but that looked pretty close.
So it's going to be first down, and you can tell the crowd is a little bit into this game, a little less hostile, but you know it's going to blow up after this play. It's going to be first down and 10. In motion, it's going to be Jason France. 2 to the north, only a tight end to the south, 1 back. Reno to throw over the middle, caught. They just keep dinking and dunking right down the field. That's Jay Ballmer.
Yeah, that's the fullback. That's some hands for a fullback. 6'3", 250. And going against the safety, that is not an easy play to make for a back.
Was with the Nashville Tempo. I saw one of those shirts out in the crowd. I think it was yesterday. It's a Nashville Tempo. That's a good name. I wish our hockey team would be Nashville Tempo. So it'll be first down and 10. Another handoff right up the middle. And that's what's hurting right now. That's going to be Hart. That's another great run. I can see it in the defense. Any finesse. And they're starting. It's hard to recover when you're that size and they run a finesse trap.
Yeah, second down and inches, though. They may just run it right through the middle one more time. Why not?
So it's going to be second down and inches. 5.5 to go here in the second. 20-10. And Reno talking about something. And he's going to give it right up the middle. First down. Big hole down to the 28. That's Isaac Knox in another first down. This is almost like what we thought would happen with this defense.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's a quick inside run, a quick ISO play, and it takes all the way to the safeties to make contact with the running back, Alex Bond, on the stop. That's not exactly what you want to see.
I saw J.J. Bailey. My God, he was put back 30 yards on that. Number 42. I just feel bad. Sometimes you're in that position, you can do nothing about it. And that's to the right. Oh, now they recovered hard, and he's getting around everybody. And it'll be second down. It's almost like we're watching a video game here, the way he's getting around tackles.
It's almost like it. That's a touch power play. And it somehow worked for 5 yards.
I mean, it's 5'10", 15 years in the league, 6-time All-Star. But my goodness. It's going to be second down and 5. Reno to throw. Over the middle. Oh, he dropped that. Oh. E.J. Minson. He dropped that. I know Ramsey's got to get credit with the coverage, but that's Minson, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to come up with it. I mean, it hits both of your hands. You have to make the catch for sure.
You got to. 3rd and 5. Remember, Minnesota only 1 touchdown so far. And you gotta, I mean, Chicago, you gotta score here. Back to throw, Reno. to the other side. That's a catch. And that's a catch by E.J. Minson. The same guy that dropped it redeemed himself, and it's a first down. Redeemed himself. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's mad. The coach, wait a second.
It was ruled incomplete.
It was ruled incomplete?
It was ruled incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. Didn't we have something earlier? All right, we got to see. Well, the same guy that ruled pass interference in the first quarter. All right, we're going to trust him. This guy's operating heavy machinery for a day job, and we're going to expect him. Look at this. Look at 1-2, and his butt's in the rear end's in the ground.
Yeah.
So now you're going to know whether this game's rigged. He's in. And he sounds like Mike Tyson, too. And it's going to be in. It's the first down.
Yeah.
This guy's driving home. And remember, there's a lot of people on the road, families. Yeah, I feel safe. So it's first and goal again. Families and children. I mean, people are coming. I'd get this guy drunk just so he could drive home. So it'll be first down. First down for Minnesota. They're on the 7. Back to throw is Reno. Nowhere. He got number 54 right there. Number 54, Chad McPherson. Second year in the league. He was with Oklahoma City last year. Big play.
Yeah, big play. There's a little bit of a rollout play. Reno cannot find anybody open, and I'm telling you, that was 3 defenders right after Johnny Reno.
And I feel bad for Ruthie Raven. She's looking back going, oh, crap, that was my block. And then the guy got up coughing up blood. She's like, yeah, it was his fault. Second down and goal. They got to go far. Back to throw. Reno over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Right off the hands. That's another play that you have to make. That was a hell of a throw in double coverage. It hit the receiver in the hands.
That was Jason France. No, that was number 80. Sorry, Jay Taylor. And I know right now Jay Taylor does not want his name announced. So Jay Taylor, I'm sorry about that, Jay Taylor. So now it's going to be third and goal. Third down and goal from the 13. Now you see why I need a flak jacket when I come to these things. In motion is Quagman. He's done a good job today with returning kicks. 3 to the north. Reno throwing. Touchdown. That's caught. That's Jay Taylor. That guy right now, and I won't announce his name because he did something good. There we go. Jay Taylor, actually. Yeah, he scores there. Redeemed himself.
He sure did. And now it's 20-17, a game that Chicago was winning just a few minutes ago, seemingly 14-0. Minnesota is now within 3 points.
Well, it's 20-16. We got Malio, and he's got right now he has a gorilla suit and trying to kick. So we don't know where this ball's going. Malillo. Oh, thank you. Actually, what if I don't want to walk out of here alive? So here we go. Malillo, it is up and it is good. I got to remember that. Malillo, it is good. 20-17.
Yeah, 20-17, Chicago. Now defensively, it looks like they've been figured out a little bit by Minnesota. Minnesota's able to move the ball now a little bit.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Indiana Jones, that second movie, when the wall is coming down and you don't know how to stop it yet. It feels like it. It's not crushing you yet, but you're feeling it. And it's to the 23-yard line, a return by, I like the number style, but it's awfully hard to read. I think it was, I don't know, 30, it looked like 37 or 32.
I think it was number 37.
37, that is generic guy. So there we go. There we go. We'll call him Sam. First down. Tie. And yeah, that ain't working again. Same play, no blockers. Second down. And again, that's number 34. That's Chucky, 34. 40 is Dean Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. Chucky's having a tough time for sure.
Yeah, he pulled Chucky out of the stands to make him play. Second down. Second down and 10. He was eating hot pretzels before the game. He's like, what? You want me to do what? Second and 10. Yeah, we want you to run without blocking and get killed. Okay. Patak. Oh, and he's gone. by. He's hit the referee through a great block there. The referee threw a great block, and Dean Jackson, a huge first down.
Yeah, Dean Jackson is back, and what a play to come back. I mean, this is a great throw by Patak, just right over the outstretched arms of the safety, and there he goes. Maybe a little bit hurt still. He didn't have a lot of gas at the end, but what a great play here for the Warriors.
I was looking at the top of the screen. If you rewind this, I mean, you'll get more things. Johnny Bravo, number 33, was running. All of a sudden, the referee went whoop, right in front of him, and I'm like, oh, there we go. So it'll be first and 10 play of the same guy that called interference. Chucky! He's got 9. Second down.
It's a great play. Finally, some really good blocking. Second and inches coming up. I would just give it to Chucky again.
Chucky's getting the handle of this, man. He's loving it. Second down. You know, whatever he was drinking before the game's kicking in right now. Second down in inches. And maybe Gatorade. Oh, yeah, that isn't going to attack. He tried to throw, wisely held it in, and number 45, Alvarado, with a great stop, third down.
Yeah, third down and 1, and now we have the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes. It's Chicago 20, Minnesota 17. And there we go, Alvarado. They're going to credit that, I believe, with a sack. So it's going to be third down and 1. 2 minutes to go. Patak. He's going to run. He scores. Patak scores. Tom Patak. Before the game, the GM loved his mobility. He was so slow in that one run, but he was fast there. What a score.
He is following the blockers. He gets the block from his left tackle. And then that's kind of like an option play, so you have to account for the other player just to give it on the option. Great play by Patak.
I was wondering, I've never seen an option in this game. I've never have, and that was incredible. I thought he was going to pitch the ball. I'm like, what is this? But he went in, and it's going to be 26-17. What a play, and it is good. You know what's surprising about football? So football's this thing. You go, you spend all these hours saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You talk to people before the game, and all the stuff they say wouldn't work, they need to work on, is their strength.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we weren't expecting anything like this. You know, this kind of game plan here for Chicago, and it has worked really well. 27 points. You will take for an entire game, let alone one half.
Oh my goodness, they only scored 6 points all last year in 8 quarters. They got 27 in less than 2 quarters. But right now it's 27-17. You got to play defense, and Johnny Reno is back. They got 1:55. In this league, that's forever. Well, it's 1:55 feels like forever, not literally, because it's timed. And it counts down. There is a 0. A finite point. So Powell is in motion. He can snap it. Back to throw. Reno hit hard, gets away, hit again. And that was number 23. What a stop. That is Kronk-worthy with the sack. Finisher.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Reno has been punished all game long, especially on those rollouts. First sack of the game for Worthy.
Oh, God, his spine doesn't bend that way. 2nd and 15. So Reno right now, 1:34. You kind of have to make a decision. Do you kind of go into the half and adjust? Or do you just put the pedal to the metal back to throw? Blitz is on through the middle. He's going to run. Reno's going to run. He's got room. Reno's going to put his shoulder down and make it 3rd down and 1. And he is up. It looks like they're going to let the clock run a little bit.
Yeah, and you think about this one, right? You make 3rd and 1. If you get the first down and you get about 15, 20 yards, then you start calling timeouts. Otherwise, you will like to take it to the half if Chicago does not call a timeout.
I've noticed most of their blitzers are between their tackles right now, and I think that right now Reno is seeing that and starting to go around the edge and just running himself. So it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard. And the question is, do you try and throw, or do you take the time off? They're going to take it off. Up the middle, it's going to be a 1st down. That'll be calling hard. And they might just take this to the half. I mean, they got to run another play.
They do. I mean, let's see what. Maybe you just give it to Colin Hard and hope we can break one for long yardage. But
yeah, don't you hate it whenever you're trying to run out the time and they run all the way to the 1 yard line and the time runs out? You're like, oh crap. So it's going to be first down. Let's see what they do. They got 3 wide receivers. They go right up the middle, a couple. And that's going to be number 30, Jay Ballmer. Second down. It looks like they're bleeding the clock.
Yeah, just about 17 seconds left here in the first half. Second down and 8. They might just snap the ball one more time.
They might. Let's see. 27-17. Johnny Reno. They'll hand it off and, oh, no. So that's going to end the half 27-17. And here's the thing about the second half. Remember, Minnesota received the kickoff. They threw an interception. So it's like Chicago gets the ball first in both halves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, first drive, Minnesota throws the interception. Chicago's already in scoring range. They get the touchdown, and all of a sudden, they can go up maybe, potentially, even by 17 points in the third quarter.
All right, let's take a look at this halftime show. Usually I'm reading ads because I forget about it. There's a lot of... Harden, what do you think? Just what are your impressions so far? The experiment, what are you thinking so far?
They're kind of sprinkling that running from type attack. But all of, it has really looked like a regular offense, more leaning towards the pass. They've involved Paulie Truth very well. Caleb Givens has had a couple of nice catches. But this looks just a regular conventional offense for Chicago, and it's working really well. Patak over 200 yards passing, still has 25 rushing yards, almost 300 yards of total offense for the quarterback.
You know, the good thing is I sat down with the GM in Chicago. He knows the stuff. Believe me, he knows the stuff. And I don't know what's going through his head now, but the one thing I'm thinking about that's going through his head is, this isn't what we're winning, but this is not what we're playing for.
Now Chicago will have the ball, and this is something that they have not, this is a situation they've not been in enough. Is getting the ball just in the 20-25 yard line and making them go the length of the field.
Well, this is kind of pressure now. I don't know what the teams are feeling, but I got a guy with the gorilla suit and a guy with the boxing helmet, and they're wearing the team that's losing right now, and they don't have the smiles on their face. They're near me. They were, okay, good. Shoo! They're back. I thought that was it. I thought that my end was coming.
Yeah, a lot of time left, though.
Oh, there we go. I was in 2 riots this year. I was a little nervous there. First down, but Tech, let's see what happens with Chicago. Now they're going to pitch a Chucky. Here's Chucky, and he gets 4. Chucky's doing a good job, and he's generic.
He actually is. He's keeping the offense ahead of the sticks, and that's all you want from your running game sometimes, especially when you're a pass-heavy team.
You are, and think about what they paid for Chucky. Nothing. Literally. Oh my goodness, that's got to be a big win. 2nd and 6, back to throw. The tackle go. He'll throw over them, and not the best, but it was broken up. That was a good break up by number 52, Stephen Black. 3rd down.
Yeah, double coverage. 3rd down and 6. Now this is where you can involve Caleb Givens again and try to get the first down.
You want to know this? It's 3rd down and 6, 27-17, 29. Remember, it was 14-0, like 29 seconds into the first half.
Yep.
So it's 3rd and 7. Well, we had 2 turnovers. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Patak over to the edge. He's going to run. He gets away. He gets mobility. He gets wrestled. Oh, they're saying no. He did not get it. And now all of a sudden, the same referee who had the pass interference. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that emphasis on that guy.
I mean, the coaching staff of Chicago is really mad about it. I think he is over the first down marker. I think this is a first down.
And that guy operates heavy machinery for his job. Imagine that. You're driving under a crane, and that's the same guy. Same guy. Oh, is he going to drop the rock on me? So, I don't know what happened to 24. 24 got blasted back there. Chris Stotch, I don't know where they're spotting it. Are they going to say yes or no? It's overturned. So
is it a first down, though?
I believe it is. He's celebrating. He's angry, so I'm going to just deduce. You saw my Sherlock Holmes, deducery and say, yeah, it's okay, it says it right there. So it's 27-17. First down. Ty Patak showing his mobility like a molasses statue sometimes that is rolling down the steps. First down, and they give it up the middle. That's going to be number 49. Oh, God, another generic. Look at that. I don't know. You name them this time.
Chuck and Charlie. That's
Charlie. Oh, that's going to be real great. Oh, watch me take. Yeah, I'm really going to keep track of that. There we Chuck and Charlie. The C's. How would you pick them up out of the stands? They're waiting for a bus. Attack.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done. That was Stefan Forge. And that'll be third down.
Completely unblocked. I mean, the tackle just not there on time. That was Galarza. I'm not going to mention their name, but Galarza, that was not good.
Yeah, that is, I think your fifth vertebrae down there, and it's in 2, so it's 5th and 5.5 now. 3rd and 10. Now you see why people cough up blood. But tackle run, and he does a ninja kick, and it's going to be 4th down. He gets 5.
You know, and sometimes when you have a mobile quarterback, they're trying to run first instead of passing the ball. Maybe nothing open downfield, but this is a win for Minnesota anyway.
Oh, it's big. You can feel again, they stopped the roof from coming down on them, and all of a sudden you hear maybe it might start up again. That was a hard hit right there, and returning the punt is going to be number 83, E.J. Minson. Now you're Minnesota. Okay, take me through what you're thinking, what you want to do.
They're running 3-man front. Chicago is quite a lot. You still have a lot of time left here in this game. You got to get the running game involved at some point. I actually give it to the running back a little bit here.
Okay, it's going to be 1st down and 10. 1 in the backfield. 27-17. They go off guard, but it goes to the outside, and that's going to be Colin Hart, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 8. You can still run it here to make it a 3rd and short, perhaps, but you know the way this Minnesota team has played, I will not be surprised if this is another throw.
2nd down and 8. They're down 27-17. You're right, still a lot of time, but it's got to be on the back of your mind. They go to the left side, and a hard drive in by number 30, Jay Ballmer, and they're going to make it 3rd and 4. Pretty methodical here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. You know, this is where, you know, where's your tight end, right? Where's Jason Franz? You know, the tight end is normally the premier target on 3rd and, you know, intermediate.
Francis to the right. He's lined up to the right. Back to throw is Reno. He's going to look. He's going to run in 23. They're going to say 4th and inches, and it's going to be 4th down. They're going to say it's short. That's number 23. Cronkworthy with the style. Oh, yeah, I thought it was a 1st down. What do you think?
It is very close, but I think so too. It all depends on where the knee touches down. Have a better look at it.
Let's see where the ball is. It's all about the ball, and I'll tell you what, again, this guy operates heavy machine. He's driving a car, and they like, seriously. Yeah, like, yeah, watch this. Foremost point of the football before the progress is stopped. There you see. There it is, and let's see what they say. It stands. So it stands, and they're going to keep it 4th and inches. And he is like, oh my.
Cannot believe it.
How do you yell at somebody like that? Seriously, like, what do you say? I don't even know they know what the word that is. Like, so it's going to be.
Especially when you're losing by 10 points and you need those kinds of plays.
Oh my, well anyway, it's 27-17. High and deep. And to the 15, they're going to run it back 20 to the 22-yard line. Chicago got kind of a little bit of a break because remember, when you put a 0 up for a possession and you have a defense that is starting to give up stuff, they're like, oh no, a field goal, you know. But they got a 0 on that stop, so now they get to start just like they were 3 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a great stand by the Chicago defense, all things considered. And type attack has been really good back on offense.
I haven't heard that phrase in a while, all things considered. Attack. They'll throw over the middle. It'll be caught. And that's a big catch. That's number 84. And that'll be a 1st down. John Fullerton.
It's a good route right there by Fullerton, just running the skinny post. Getting behind the safety. That's a good catch. Good throw by type attack up to 258 on the night.
All right, so they're up to the 42, and now you can see, I can just feel the concern in the air for Minnesota. Minnesota, the division winner last year, 7-5. They do. I mean, they have a good roster, a bright future, but if you got somebody on the block like Chicago, you got to play twice a year, and you're seeing this right now. It's like, wait a second. Attack will pump fake all day. He throws in a first down. Same guy, number 84, John Fullerton.
Yeah, 12-yard gain. That's great patience by Type Attack. Just trusting the offensive line to give him enough time. Pump fake that moved the linebacker a little bit and gave Fullerton the chance to get open and get the catch.
You know, I'm really, I think the underrated part is this offensive line. He's been killed twice, but still, I mean, the offensive line, that last one, 3 defenders were on the ground. So to the near side, they got another one. It's number 85 there, Paulie Truth. And Paulie Truth to gain a 6. It'll be second down.
Yeah, just give the ball to your playmaker and, have 6 yards. Paulie Truth has been quiet as of the last past, couple of quarters. In the first quarter, he was eating, and now he's been a little bit quieter.
Back to throw. He's just going to run, and that was a neck slam there, but he gets a first down. They will say it's a first down, and they get a first down. You know what name I haven't called tonight was David Ruesch. David Ruesch is the punter, and it's a good sign when I don't know who the heck your punter is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be first down and 10, a little controversy, but what do you expect? Look at the guy, Chucky, here's Chucky, another gain of 7 or 6, and here's Chucky, it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, but they're getting the production out of it. I mean, if you can make it 2nd and 4, that's more than, expected for a role player like that.
And if he were real, buy him a beer, or just pour beer on the monitor. I don't know, but that guy, I never expected that. Attack the same way he scored. Attack, it's 3. Oh, wait a second. Calling that a first down. It's got I don't know, they don't have a challenge lap. Oh my goodness. He's driving machinery home. And they go to Chucky. Chucky will go a gain of 3. I'll tell you what, that official, I'm not really big on getting on officials, but if you want to control your class size, you put them driving a school bus, you have half the kids arriving. Like, that's the kind of guy we got overcrowded classrooms. Hey, we got this a referee that can drive the bus. Hey, that's great. He'll arrive safe with half the kids. Back to throw. They're going to throw, and it's caught. First down and goal. That's Caleb Giffis.
Yeah, not much of a question on that one, at least. Caleb Giffis climbing the ladder, getting that reception, and this Chicago offense again is inside the 10-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, it's going to be first and goal. Right now, this is a huge part of the game. They get 3. Minnesota is like, all right, we could score. They get 7, and there is indigestion. It's going to be first and goal. Attack. No, second down. What a coverage by Johnny Bravo, the same guy that was blocked by the referee earlier on the wrong run. Second down.
Yeah, completely all over Caleb Giffis on that one. Second and goal. We may see another rollout here or some type of running play by Patak. I will not be surprised.
Oh, Chucky scores. All the non-Minnesota fans will just jump out this window. Back to throw. They throw to the middle. It looked like he wasn't even expecting it. That was number 40, Dean Jackson. They gave it to him, and he's like, what is this?
Yeah, and it's third and goal again. So you may want to look out for Type Attack, who already has a rushing touchdown.
Well, let's see what happens. They run that option play to the outside. They're pinched in. It looks like they're head up on the tackles. It might be open. Back to throw over the middle. It's caught. He's short. He's short. That's John Fullerton. And with these officials, I was half expecting a touchdown signal, but he's down on the 2-yard line.
He is down on the 2-yard line, but at least Chicago can put 3 points on the board and make it 2 touchdowns for Minnesota to go win this game.
Ronald Suey, and it is good. 30-17, 12 plays, almost half the quarter. Before the game, I spent 40 minutes talking. No, I talked for 39 minutes, and he talked for 1. But in his 1 minute, he was telling me about Chicago, and he was telling me the great thing, very passionate, very thoughtful and all that, and none of that has happened today.
Yes, absolutely, man. 30-17 so far here for the Warriors. I mean, every time you can put 30 plus on the board, you're very happy about it.
Hey, ma'am, here we go. Ma'am up to the 47. Not only do you start good, but that saves you about 2.5 to 3 minutes of time. And now all of a sudden you got to start thinking about time. We're nearing the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And you still need 2 touchdowns, and your defense still needs to make a couple of stops. But that's a pretty good start.
That's a great start. It saves you about 2 minutes. Now when you're near the goal line, the quarter's going to end rather than being at the 50 where they are now and going, oh no, it's a fourth quarter. It's going to be first down and 10. Johnny Reno, 30-17 in a game I'm not sure how many people were expecting would be 30-17 at this moment. Not even close to being over. Reno, the throw over the middle, hit hard, incomplete. Oh, I felt that in the morning. That's power. It's second down. Powell.
Yeah, and that's tight coverage. Probably a PI, but they're going to let him play.
Magnum PI, I love that show, man. Tom Selleck's mustache, man, hardest hitting thing there is. Yeah, horrible. Thank you. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little hoarse in my voice. Most people call that a godsend. Back to throw. Over the middle is Reno. No. Might have been a little early. I don't know. Jay Taylor. I don't know with that sort of, what do you call it? Like consistency. It's been thrown before.
Yeah. Absolutely, and Johnny Reno has had some great passes, and he's got some not so good ones. 3rd and 10, he'll have to deliver a good one this time.
This is a big 3rd down and 10, Johnny Reno. He's 6'4", 225. Reno, the throw. Almost. That was Zachary Hamburger. Oh, now I'm hungry. It's 4th down, but he almost had that. If he had that, that'd be trouble.
Yeah, very much so, and now Minnesota will have to punt the football again, and you know the way this Minnesota defense has had to chase Chicago's offensive players all over the field, they have to be pretty tired at this point.
You know, when I was talking about the offense for Chicago, I had a couple things go through my mind. Thank you very much. Thank you. The first thing that went through my mind when they said 9 defensive backs is what the hell is this? But it was good because the way it was explained, I'm like, cool, this is gonna, let's see if it works. But the big thing that I harped on is you have a lead in the game. And we all know the momentum turners are interceptions. And if you got a good running game, but the thing I'm seeing this game is a strong running game, a game that can take a lead and extend it.
Yeah, you know, and Chucky has done a really, really good job.
God, who was Chucky? Chucky's great. Chucky might be my favorite fictional person. First down. Back to throw. Oh, almost. That's number 4. What am I telling you? That's Derek Meerkat. He almost changed momentum.
He almost did. You know, that's a play. That's a play that you have to make. You know, because that's the play that actually Chicago made in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Able to get a couple of interceptions.
Yeah, and when you're a new team and you haven't won yet, like you haven't really established yourself, you start thinking crazy things. And if you do something like that, you start to get a little timid. They're not an offense where you're timid. It's going to be second down and 10, 30-17. Back to throw, Patak. Throwing to the far side for a 3rd and inches short. It's short. John Fullerton, a little bit short. It'll be 3rd down.
Now, I think you give the ball, put the ball in your best player's hands, at least in this game, which has been type attack in my opinion. Let's see if he can run another speed option or just a quarterback sneak here.
Let's see what they do. It's going to be 3rd down. 87 and 84 in the back row. John Fullerton. Actually, John Fullerton's in the back. There it is. Patak, first down. Oh, he took 3 people out with that ninja kick.
And he got down, so protecting himself as well.
Look at it. Bam. There we go. 2. So it's going to be first down and 10. Chicago. Now, one thing I've noticed, I haven't noticed Minnesota blitzing much. Now, that's one thing we haven't seen this offense do is go against a tough blitz right now. Fakes. Back to throw, Patak, and it's going to be caught. It is caught down to the 37. That's number 84, John Fullerton. And they're moving the ball. And right now, you can see feeling.
Yeah, no, Type Attack getting the time that he needs, being chased, but getting the time that he needs, and putting the ball in the perfect spot for Fullerton to come up with it.
I mean, it's impressive so far, 30-17. First down and 10 under 40 seconds. Could be the last play of the first quarter, third quarter. First down and 10. Back to throw is Batak. He's looking, he's going to dink it over the middle. No. And now they started a new impetus, and he lost 4 yards doing that. Right back to the original line of scrimmage. Dean Jackson, as soon as he was hit, he circled back, and it started everything over.
Yeah, and the 15 seconds left. Let's see if Type Attack snaps this ball. I will not. I will actually take it to the fourth quarter.
Second down, back to throw. Patak, he's going to run. He's ran well all day. He tried to spin, and it's going to be a first down, but here it is. Chicago's driving. Fourth quarter, it's 30-17. I didn't expect this. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. I mean, Type Attack has had a pretty good game running the football, but it's been his decision-making on the passing game who's made all the difference to me.
When a game shuts me up, you know it's huge, and right now it's 30-17.
Now they're in the red zone, and Chicago has been here about 5 different times. Their offense has been awesome this night.
Now, this is really going to be it, because you never know. Fourth quarters, you know Minnesota's going to put a push. There's no stopping that. I mean, you know, everybody knows. But they're going to run up the middle on a nice 4-yard gain. That's going to be Charlie, the C's backfield. So it's going to be second down. Somebody's got to think of a nickname, because mine is horrible. C and say, come on, that's a stupid nickname. Second down and 6. You have somebody yell out the 2 C's. No, that's still dumb. Second down and 6. Type Attack. There we go. We got people figuring. Down he goes. And that is a huge sack. That is Angela Meerkat, 6'6", 280, 8 years in the league, 7 with the team, and she was an all-star last year.
She was phenomenal last year, and the left tackle had no chance. Great play.
So it's third down and 12. One of the things you never know in week number 1 is the stamina of your team. You never know. They haven't played a game yet. You have stamina ratings and everything. And you play differently sometimes based on that. And right now it's the first game, so you never know. You're right. It looks like that O-line is getting a little shaky. Back to throw. Firing. Caught. Knocked away. Knocked away. It's fourth down.
That was a huge hit right there by David Leathers. And that will keep Minnesota in this ball game. Even with a field goal, it's 16 points, so that's only 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions.
Ronald Suey, let's see if he can hit this one. I mean, I watched all day. We're due for a shank. And wait a second. Wait a second. And it is good. Oh, I'd love to see this. Let's see this. Let's not show it. Well, there it is. Yeah, it got in. It got in. It got in. Yeah. Oh, my. I don't know. 33-17. You know, you want to panic, but you can't. You can't panic. What do you think?
No, absolutely. I mean, just focus on getting that first touchdown. Of course, you'll need the 2-point conversion, but at least get there. Get inside the 20-yard line. Get yourself a chance.
Yes, and that could be big. But there we go, number 83. That was good, E.J. Minson. 6'5", 235. And what a return today, 178 yards. But I want you to take a look at this. Number 42 is J.J. Bailey at 6'1", 219. A great tackle. He could have been gone.
Yeah, he really could have. you know, at least get to midfield. And, you know, to your point, you were making it earlier. If you can get those good returns, you know, you can save a couple of minutes.
It looked like me trying to catch a subway in Beijing where you just hold on to the thing, and then you're flying through the air and you just hold on. That was fun times. But they're going to go to the near side and a good run. And here it goes. He's going to break free down to the 41-yard line. Colin Hart, I guess that's what you got to do. Just keep running even though you're down.
Yeah, I mean, toss it to your best player. And, you know, this is a team that, again, defensively has played really well. But maybe they're not expecting the run at this point. I mean, they're just up by 16 points. They're not expecting it.
He could have been gone. I'll tell you what. If you can get 10 yards, 15 yards a run, why throw?
Yeah,
you know, running never slumps. That's the old thing. So it'll be first down and 10. And Johnny Reno from the 41. Time is not too big of a factor. And he's down. He is down. They're going to say number 99 with the sack. They have Molyneux. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Ate him like a steak.
Yeah, I think it was J.J. Bailey as well. Actually, I mean, a couple of big plays.
I mean, you throw hot sauce on that's a steak. So anyway, second down. 2nd and 12. Only a 2-yard sack. 7.5 to go, 33-17. Biggest surprise so far. Even if Chicago were to lose, it's still the biggest surprise over the middle. Reno incomplete. Jay Taylor, it'll be third down.
3rd down and 12, and this is as tough as it gets here for an offense. You know, what do you do? I mean, you've shown most of your playbook. There's not a whole lot of new things that you can catch the defense off guard.
It is tough to swallow right now. You know, it's like putting ketchup on peaches. It's just like, my God, you got to do it. But right now, it's tough. We got to get through it. 3rd down. He throws over the middle. No. No. And now they got to say, will they go for it? It's 4th down. It's 4th down and 12. You go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 2 possessions.
It looks like they're going to punt. And Mickey's going to kick. Notice I avoid the last name because I butcher it. And there it is, high, and it's going to get a good roll. So let's see, a nice roll. It'll go down to the 12-yard line. Really, a turnover in this whole room will change.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if they can get a pick or a fumble recovery or something, I mean, that will be a great field position for Minnesota, but Chicago has done a really good job protecting the ball.
Oh, God, you know if they fumble the ball now, you're going to see chairs flying. You're going to see chairs flying right now. And it's going to be 1st and 10. I'm paid to give a good game, so I want to get a close game, so I'm going to jinx everything. Chucky, and he gets 3. 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Just keeping the clock moving is good enough here for Chicago. You know, as far as they care, they want this game to be over.
Yeah, I know. You know, Chucky has not fumbled today.
No.
He's not fumbled today at all. Not one bit.
No.
Nobody has fumbled for Chicago right now. It's 2nd and 7. Ty Patak has only thrown good passes. And now he's going to run. And he gets hit. It'll be 3rd and 1, a gain of 6.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1. On this play, they just might keep it with Ty Patak, who has not fumbled.
He has not fumbled at all. Look at the passing and the rushing. You know, I looked last year, and the rushing is only said. There's Patak. Oh my goodness, he ran like he was electrocuted. You see that? It's 1st down.
Yeah.
Watch this replay. It's like they just shoved a pole in him.
Yeah.
Look at this.
For one moment, he didn't know where he was going, and then he found the room up the A-gap. Really good play here by Chicago, keeping the clock moving.
I don't know, something kicked in, and he just started scrambling. It'll be 1st down, and he knows where he looked. Nobody in the backfield. 33-17, 6 minutes to go. And in motion is Caleb Giffis. And he is taking time back to throw. They're going to fire it. No, 2nd down. He was trying to go to Paulie Truth. And Truth has been there all day.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they're throwing the ball now. You know, less than 6 minutes left. You just want to keep the clock ticking, but I guess Chicago has different plans. This probably is part of the experiment.
I don't know. It's a dangerous experiment, you know. 2nd down and 10. It's like putting potassium and water in a glass and sitting on it. You know, it's a little dangerous. Chucky. And he gets 5 more, and Chucky barely standing up. You know, he's taking tickets out in the parking lot before the game, and now he's a valuable player.
3rd down and 2. I mean, why not give it to him again, perhaps?
Chucky, 3rd and 2. Made the macaroni and cheese with bacon tonight. Very good. Batak, and there he is, running, hit hard, and a 1st down. He took on number 50, BJ Loveless, who's making his return. 1st time he's been playing since season number 20, and he took him on 1st down.
Yeah, a good hit, but Chicago really doing a nice job of just keeping the clock going down.
You know, I'm not going to play the Chicago GM in poker, because he's like, yeah, we're going to try this. We'll be methodical. No, he knew it was coming. 33-7, he knew it. 33, you can't do this. 33-7, Chucky. Well, poor Chase ground chuck right there. It'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard at minimum. I mean, it's here now or never for Minnesota. They need to make the stop on 3 downs. They need to get the ball back immediately.
Yeah, every 1st down is going to feel painful. It's like putting hot sauce in an enema. It's just going to be right and say it's going to hurt. Every 1st down is going to hurt so much. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. It will be. I mean, right now, Minnesota, they have a solid team, but they're looking at this right now like, all right, we got somebody in here. Back to throw. Oh, dangerous outside 3rd down. I saw almost a pick 6 on that.
Yeah, no, John Fullerton getting the catch, but you're absolutely playing with fire when you do something like that. I mean, you're passing the ball. It's kind of a tricky situation at this point of the game.
Yeah, it might look good like mustard on a banana, but it's not going to work like right here. 3rd and 8. It's under 4 minutes. So if it goes out of bounds, the clock stops. So you got to keep it in bounds too. Draw, and that ain't going to work. There's the other C, your guy. The guy that you named.
Yeah, Charlie. Charlie's not as good as Chucky. So.
Chucky. You know, I'm giving all my $75,000 on one in bingo to the winning team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said that. See, I say that in the beginning, but now the game's going. People have to drive home. Things are wearing off, you know, and now they're like, oh, yeah, he said that. The real reason I said that is I wanted to hear some people in the stands starting to taunt. Because they will play each other again later on, and they are in the same division. They're in the same division, but Minnesota down by 2 scores, and it's going to go on the ground touchback. 2 scores, that's it.
That's it. I mean, that's easier said than done, though. I mean, it's been tough sledding here for Minnesota. At the end of the 1st half, they actually got a little bit of things going on.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 4th quarter has been tough here for the Legend.
It was 20-17, 13 straight points, a touchdown and 2 field goals for Chicago. But right now, if they break one right now, they break one down and say, we've never seen this defense against the 2 minutes.
Yep.
So now we got to see this. The throw, and it's, that had to hurt. But that's going to be a 1st down. E.J. Minson. See, they're hurrying up right now. Remember in the 1st half, they had trouble against his 2 minutes. The throw, and it is caught. It is caught again. These are Powell. And see, they're hurrying up. If they can get to the 20, you remember they have all 3 timeouts. They don't need an onside kick. The throw over. He's got to feel like the worst garbage. That is, oh my goodness. E.J. Minson, it was there.
Yeah, you got to catch that. If you catch that, that's at least 25, 30 yards.
It was like a symphony when you get to the crescendo and the tuba guy farts. It's like you can't have that. 2nd down and 10. It was there, and it was really, the offense was just masterful. And they throw, and it is out of bounds, so it'll stop. That's Powell. 3rd down. I like this offense.
Yeah, I do too.
Very well masterful right now.
It runs out of bounds, so at least stops the clock. 2:25. You need a touchdown like right now.
But you wonder, though, people are going to see this, and will they put on their game plans just 2 minutes the whole time? if this works. You got to wonder. 3rd and 5. So France, 4 to the north. Back to throw, Reno. And they're going to, that guy went nowhere.
No.
It's going to be 4th and 4.
Gotta go for it. You have to go for it.
This thing is tiebreakers. Last year at 7 and 5, I was, well, they're going to do this. It's 4th and 4. This is not the ball game because of 3 timeouts. Reno. No, there's a flag. There is a flag. There is a flag, and it will be interference. So it is interference, and it'll be a spot foul. But we have the 2-minute warning. They lose the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they do, but at least they do get a first down, which is the most important thing.
Oh.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Oh, remember, this guy does heavy machinery for the line. Remember that. Drive the school bus. All right, here we go. Now remember, 3 timeouts for Minnesota. They do not need the onside kick. They can score, get the 2. They don't need the onside kick. It's going to be first down and 10 after the penalty from the 33. Reno, a 2-time All-Star. The MVP of season 23. Intercepted. Boy, did I jinx that. And this thing is going. He might go. After all the accolades, he throws the interception. Zachary Hamburger. There's still 3 timeouts, though.
There is still 3 timeouts, so Chicago will need a first down to seal this one, but that's maybe the worst throw of the night for Johnny Reno at the worst moment.
Why is it, you know, I tried to jinx Chicago because they were up ahead, and the team from behind, I'm like, as soon as I say MVP of season 23, it happens. So here comes Chicago, trying to hold on to a ball that they have not fumbled all night. They have not fumbled the ball all night. Back to throw. They're going to throw. They're going to throw, and it's caught. And it's to the 30-yard line.
Somehow. I mean, Chicago playing with fire right now, but they absolutely want to finish this one right here, right now. And I think they might be able to take a couple of knees from here.
Well, they got 2 timeouts, so it's the time minus 40 seconds when Minnesota's going to have to score twice. So I don't even know where the time is. Back to throw. Attack. They're still throwing. All right, 135, 134 in a timeout. So right now, Minnesota really is like 54 seconds when you look at it.
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, anything could happen. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm saying that so people stay in the room. But what are they? They're going to knee, so they're going to use the timeouts and the 40 and kick a field goal. So here's one. Here's the timeout. Now they're going to take another one at 1:30. It'll take it down to about 50. Field goal, about 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, give or take. But I think they're out of timeouts, actually. Minnesota is. So.
Yeah, that's why the 40 run off.
Yeah, but then the third down.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, then here, this third down, I mean, they just might have like 15, 20 seconds.
Well, if they snap it under 40, it's over. Let's see what they do. Let's see when they snap it. I don't see that big number in the bottom right of the screen. There it is. There's that big number. And let's see where it goes. 2. All right, so 51. All right, so it's going to be about 12 seconds. They kick the field goal.
Yeah, they'll kick the field goal. That's going to take probably about another 4 or 5 seconds off the clock. I mean, regardless, it looks like Chicago has completed it.
All right, we're near electric equipment right now, and if there's anybody dumping Gatorade over somebody, oh, they could. There we go. So they're gonna punt. All right, hey, drop kick. How about this? And they're gonna. All right. Okay, but hey, when you're up 33-17, if you want to run on your helmet, you can do it.
Actually,
They called that a coffin corner?
at the 1.
Now I'm going to sound biased, but now I'm kind of rooting for Minnesota because if they pull this off, we're going to make national news. But here we go. They're going to have to throw it as far as they can. So here we go. They're going to need everything right now. Back to throw, Reno. No, he's done. It's 3 scores. And the guy that was the most cool and calm talking to me, the guy who looked like he ingested 38 spicy burritos and wasn't allowed to use the restroom, cool and calm, has now felt victory, and there we go. There we go.
6 seconds left.
They're going to take one knee, and I'm looking at the guy that was so cool and calm. I thought he was 30. I was going to buy him a beer and get arrested for aiding underage minors. That's not good to have when you work in schools. But he was such cool and calm, and now he's earned it 35-17.
Yeah, he really has. This is a statement here for the Chicago Warriors. And, you know, for Minnesota, though, this is just week 1. So just, you know.
It is.
You know, just huddle back up. They're going to be fine. They're a very good football team.
They'll be there. They will be back. But I think the victory is even bigger because it is a philosophy. And somebody put their neck out to do something that others aren't. And when you do that, if you fail, you look horribly bad. But he decided to do it, and he won, so you look really good.
Really, really good, and boy, did they. I mean, it wasn't only offensively. We've been focusing on the offense, but defensively, they had numerous picks. They had a safety. I mean, that was a great game by the Warriors on all 3 sides of the ball.
I think in the beginning they learned each other, but look at the second half, 8-0. Yeah, that's knowing they're going to celebrate tonight, but knowing the owner, they're going to go back and they're going to say, hey, 8 points in the second half. We got to take a look at some things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But defensively, again, it's as good as it will get. You know, playing against a team like the Minnesota Legend.
All right, well, that was. I'll tell you what. He's got a victory party tonight. I'm probably not invited to it. I'm never invited to really anything. Great to work with you. Really work with you, Joey. See, I had to look at your name. I totally forgot it. Very good to see you. I'm glad to work with you anytime. I hope we can.
Absolutely, Chris. And thanks, everybody here at the convention. Good game goes to Chicago and Minnesota.
So your final score, 35-17. Chicago is 1-0. Minnesota's 0-1. But more importantly, Chicago has the early tiebreaker. And they know that they will, at worst, split against last year's division winners. All right, that's going to be it for us today. Thank you very much, and we will see you later.